It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bucs and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. We'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. To throw is Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They find some open field here. Uses the stick, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
And at one point he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there's always room to add to that legacy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. He's still barreling through. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Watson. That is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Bell from 21 yards away. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady. Pass over the middle, tipped, but he still brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense. And in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Brady going to throw. He'll find Fournette again here. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at it with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw again on second down. Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set.
Brady's throw complete to Otten.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, we talk a lot about referees trying to protect quarterbacks, and no question they're going to protect number 12.
And really, truly, around the league, the intent is to protect all quarterbacks. It's just common sense. Those are the guys everyone comes to see play each and every week. And that call was pretty easy.
He'll check this one off to Fournette.
And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect it, and that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Brady again. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Brady.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Touchdown!
Rashad White.
As the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Brady.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
If he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Brady.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the draw, here's White. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Watson off play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now this throw caught left side, and he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson.
Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now it's Watson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
66 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
York able to send this one through.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 13. Just under 2 minutes to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Wait, that.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Brady saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. To throw is Brady. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. He's got it at the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.